I think we'll have to go fast, Isha, because the previous speakers have taken long. We need some time for Dr.
Okay.
Sotalia
So
also.
good morning, everyone. I would like to thank Dr. Kamal sir and AIOC for giving me this opportunity. So in today's topic, I'll be walking you through how we can actually use social media as a powerful tool to boost our visibility and connect to the audiences more meaningfully. So for that, we need to know what is marketing. So we need to connect with the target audience at the right time and at the right place. So this is the essence of the marketing. It's not just about promotion, promotion, promotion. Rather, we should be connecting to our audience more. That will make our journey much easier. So what are the types of marketing? It can be above the line, below the line, or in-house marketing. Above the line would be when we are connecting with the mass media. And then below the line, like if it's a targeted audience through camps, pamphlets, and home-to-home campaigning. And in-house marketing, in-clinic branding, as sir has already mentioned. So that is how, this is the offline marketing. But online marketing is the social media marketing. So most importantly, why we are choosing more and more online platforms these days. You would be amazed to know that about 2.62 billion people are already on online platforms till 2018, and by 2020 it has already surpassed 4 billion. So more and more the smartphone usage is coming along, and there is an improved internet access. Obviously this is getting more and more commoner these days. And more importantly, it gives a competitive edge. And supposedly if a patient comes in a hospital, before coming to a hospital, he will first like to look at what number of reviews that particular hospital is having, the number of likes it is having, and only based on that they make the first decision while coming to a hospital. And it is much cheaper than the above the line and below the line medias that I have already told you. So what are the objectives when we are thinking of marketing ourselves? It will be like awareness of the product, the brand promotion, increasing the interest, and then the leads, and then finally converting them into increasing the footfall. There are several other tools on social media like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, and Google Ads. There are plenty options where we can advertise ourselves and get more recognized. So what exactly to put on a social media? We should not be clueless and putting random things. We should know what exactly we can go about. So starting with, we can put some informative campaigns, just informing the patients about their clinical condition, and most importantly, as that the patients we get is cataract. So first informing regarding what it is, and also it will be helpful when we inform them in their own language, like Hindi is being most preferred language in north and Delhi areas, south, then in their own regional languages. Even that can be done. But this can start with, we can provide some informative campaigns. Then what are the services are being provided by that hospital? Even that will include, like, and it will be better if we also mention what are the advanced procedures that we are doing in that particular field. Like it's a blade free cataract procedure we are doing, femto and all these things. So people will be more informed. They'll think that yes, it's a much better hospital that we can go to, not the old and traditional things are being followed. So they are more interested in that. Other than that, whenever we are hiring any staff or doctors and optometrists, even that can be put on social media. Then whenever the festivals are coming, it's more important that in each festival, if you are putting along with your brand and then also mentioning your phone number and everything, so they'll always be informed regarding this particular hospital is good, and something like that. And whatever the achievements the hospital is in achieving in the field of ophthalmology, it's much easier that we are keep mentioning this and providing it on social media, so that people are well aware that this is not a that means it's growing, and this particular hospital is much better than in all aspects. The most important thing that we can put is the reviews and the testimonials of the patient, because this is something that the people will connect more. They'll know that this is the from the patient's point of view and patient's perspectives, so they'll be more attracted towards coming to our hospital. Then live sessions can be given, as Dr. Vineet keeps doing them. So it's much informative again for the patients, and again they connect more and they try to understand about their condition, and then it's easier for them to approach. Then any social activities and campaigns that can also be put. Then what are the tips for social media posts? Most importantly, it should be very short and attractive. है. It cannot be a long paragraph mentioned and people will just ignore reading the whole thing. So it should be more pictorial, so that while seeing the pictures only they are able to understand it more in a better way. And it should be relevant for the target audience. Like when we are talking about aged people, older people, then cataract if we are mentioning, so it will like what they can understand, only that way is the post can be designated. Then for younger generation, when we are talking about LASIK and SMILE and all refractive procedures to remove spectacles, that is how it should be targeting the target audience. And again, complete details, whom to contact, and that particular social media post should also be directing it to the main website of the hospital. So services profile, as I said, should be complete, because any incomplete profile is a lost opportunity. So treat your page like your own clinic, and it should be much more inviting and informative whenever you're putting any services profile, like to provide the cover and profile photo, what services are being offered, what's the address, complete address, the Google location, phone number, email ID, and what are the OPD timings, and everything should be informed on the page itself. Range of the charges can also be provided, it's your choice. And then again, target audience is the most important thing whenever we are advertising ourselves. What is the ideal age group, the services that are mainly targeted to them, that can be informed. Then as I said, live sessions and short videos are anytime more engaging than just putting a simple post. One thing that is important, that we need to engage the patients, not just we are not doing it just for the views. If the patient visits a page and they are just viewing it and doing nothing beyond that, then it's not going to suffice. So it's best to engage the patient, to interact with the patients, to refer to their queries, so that they'll know that what is being done in this hospital, and then they'll like to book appointments with us as well. So this is a value pyramid, that first, like we can mention that what are the things they are expecting, like they want freedom from glasses. So starting from that, that's where the patient is getting engaged. And then what can be done in the hospital, LASIK checkup is done or not. We can put some online LASIK eligibility criteria, so that they know if they belong to this criteria. And ultimately, while looking on these things, they'll finally book the appointment. So before knowing all these things, we should know what is retargeting and remarketing. So retargeting is something for new patients. We are not doing it for current patients. These are those patients who just put their views but didn't do anything on the website. So anybody which has the person who has visited the website but they have not scheduled any consultation, it is first our goal to first target these patients. So this would be retargeting. But when we say remarketing, it is something that we already have in our database. These are all those patients who have already visited, and they are already in our database. So they are the ones who are we are doing to do a remarketing. So in this, why we want to sell them some additional services, like they have come for some other purpose, so we'll let them know that what are the other new services that are coming along. So that is how we are doing remarketing for this patient. Then there is something known as paid marketing that can be done via Facebook, some Google ads, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Then comes again, as I said, engagement is any time better than just attracting views, because a smaller audience, even if we are getting a smaller audience that is interacting more, is anytime more valuable than passive large viewer counts. So again, the same thing for engaging the patients. What we need is more better posts, like using pictorial graphs and videos, and most importantly, responding to the audience queries and providing them live sessions, so that they are getting more engaged. Then what are the advantages of social media marketing? As I said, it's cheaper, much cheaper than the above the line, below
Isha,
the line.
you'll have to roll up because there are three more speakers.
Right. Okay. So we can retarget the clients, and other than that, it's not a single person job. You need to have a dedicated team for that, for providing a content, promotion, and engagement with the patients. So why start today? Because if you do later, anytime the competitors will take place in front of you. And then there is also a lag time in the search engine time, that is 30 to 45 days. So anytime you need to start much earlier than you can think of. Most importantly, when we are thinking of, yes, social media is a good way, we have to know that there are some pitfalls as well. If you are spreading yourself too thin and you are not using enough visuals, not involving your audience, then there is again no use. And other than that, we need to not just keep putting efforts on posting. We need to analyze what are the efforts, where are the efforts are being going to. We have to keep collecting the data and then converting them into a footfall. Remember one thing, that social media must be actively managed, because if you're not doing that, it can act as a double-edged sword. And supposedly, if you're not answering the queries, the patients might be just ignoring the hospital and they might go to other hospital. And again, negative reviews, anything can come online. Everything has to be dealt in a professional manner. So ultimately, the take-home message would be that social marketing is an important tool for increasing any reach to the potential patients, and post should always be relevant to the target audience, and it is much cheaper and has any time a higher reach than going through the offline route.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much, Isha. And